Data and Geordi weren't best friends until this Star Trek: The Next Generation Season 4 episode. One of the most beloved partnerships in Star Trek: The Next Generation is the friendship between LT Commander Geordi LaForge and Lieutenant Commander Data. Their relationship is often portrayed as one of deep mutual respect, affection, and an almost brotherly bond, a shining example of how two very different beings can connect in a futuristic world. But interestingly, this iconic friendship wasn't always the smooth, natural dynamic fans might assume it was from the start. It actually took time, subtle storytelling, and a particular Season 4 episode for TNG to truly cement the foundation of their bond. While both characters were introduced from the beginning of the series and worked closely as members of the Enterprise crew, their friendship wasn't fully developed until the middle of the show's run. Early episodes often depicted them as competent colleagues, but the warmth and personal connection that fans cherish only truly blossomed later, especially in the Season 4 episode, The Mind's Eye. Before Season 4, colleagues more than friends. In the early seasons, Data and Geordi were primarily professional acquaintances. Geordi was the ship's chief engineer, and Data was the android's second officer and operations officer. Their scenes together generally involved technical problem solving or scientific discussions. While there were hints of camaraderie, the emotional depth was mostly absent. This makes sense given their very different natures. Geordi is human, with emotions and the sometimes messy complexity that comes with that, while Data is an android striving to understand humanity, but fundamentally different. Episodes like Where No One Has Gone Before Season 1 or Data Lore Season 1 focused more on Data's quest for identity or Geordi's engineering skills. But personal bonding between the two was limited. This dynamic left fans waiting for a breakthrough moment where their friendship would become more explicit and heartfelt. The shift in Season 4. Season 4 was a turning point for many characters on TNG, including Data and Geordi. The episode The Mind's Eye, episode 24 of Season 4, stands out as a key moment in transforming their relationship. This episode not only highlights their professional trust, but also introduces layers of personal care and reliance that move beyond mere workplace collaboration. In The Mind's Eye, Geordi becomes embroiled in a covert Romulan plot when he is abducted and brainwashed to become an unwitting spy. Data is instrumental in uncovering what's happened to his friend and plays a pivotal role in his rescue and recovery. What makes this episode so compelling is how it frames Geordi and Data's connection. Geordi's vulnerability and Data's unwavering loyalty are at the forefront. This episode subtly reveals that Geordi trusts Data enough to depend on him for his rescue, while Data shows a protective, almost empathetic side in his dedication to helping Geordi. The emotional subtext builds the foundation for their growing friendship, shifting them from mere colleagues into something closer, trusted allies and friends. The friendship grows deeper. Following The Mind's Eye, The Next Generation further explored their friendship in several memorable ways. For example, in Season 5's Cause and Effect, the two share moments of collaboration and camaraderie that suggest a comfortable ease in each other's presence. Later, in episodes like The Measure of a Man Season 2, although primarily about Data's rights as an android, Geordi's support for Data is clear, signaling a growing personal investment beyond duty. The chemistry between Brent Spiner Data and LeVar Burton Geordi also evolved with time, which helped the writers develop more natural, heartfelt scenes between the two. Their on-screen interactions became less about exposition and more about genuine human and android connection, whether it was sharing a joke, troubleshooting a crisis, or supporting each other through personal struggles. Why this matters for Star Trek fans. The friendship between Data and Geordi resonates because it reflects one of Star Trek's core themes: the power of connection across difference. Data, striving to be more human, finds in Geordi a patient, understanding companion who doesn't just accept his quirks but values him deeply. Meanwhile, Geordi benefits from Data's logical clarity and unique perspective, growing as an engineer and person in the process. The Mind's Eye is crucial because it marks the moment when this synergy shifts from background potential to central storytelling. It's the episode where the audience can finally see them as more than coworkers. It's the turning point where they become friends, allies, and ultimately brothers in arms.